In this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can add your secondary hard drive on your Linux or Ubuntu server. So I received this comment. This person is trying to add secondary SSD drive and it keeps saying path not found, and he's been stuck on this problem for 2 weeks. No problem, buddy, I got you. Hello and welcome back to my channel. So as I told you, I'm going to show you how we can add a secondary hard drive on Linux server. And for this I'm going to use any of the Linux machine. So I remember I recently installed WordPress and I was showing WordPress migration, so it's version 22.04, and let me edit this virtual machine first. So we have here 2 hard drives. One is 50 GB and another one is 200 GB. So for example, I'm going to add here another let's say hard drive, and so I'm gonna give it a specific number so we guys can remember that. So I'm gonna say let's say 65 GB. So next, and then okay. So I'm gonna power on this machine. Alright, so the machine is powered on. Let's check the IP address and log in using Party application. So the IP address is 10.0.0.90, and now let me just change the font size from 10 to 16. Okay, and then cursor text, default foreground. Let's keep it as it is. Alright, it's on the other screen. Let me bring it here. Log in. I'm gonna minimize this so you guys can see easily. Let's switch the user. Okay, now we are logged in as root. Okay, so first of all, let me show you how we can see the connected drives. So for that, the command is lsblk, and here you can see we have SDA, SDB, and SDC. So this is the drive we just added. You can see it's 65 GB. So I choose this random number so we can remember, because we already had 2 drives. So SDC is the drive we just added. So this is going to be our secondary hard drive. So the first command was lsblk, and then we are going to check the file system. For that, we are going to type the command lsblk space -f, and let me full screen this. So you can see SDB is ext4, SDA is ext4 as well. So we are gonna use ext4 file system for SDC as well. And to view more details, we are going to type this command fdisk space -l, and here we can see starting from SDA, you can see SDA1, SDA2, and SDA3, and it's going to show you the size. And then for SDC, you can see it's 65 GB, and the path is dev SDC. So we are going to use this path. Okay, first of all, we are going to create a partition for that drive, because that drive is just empty drive. We need to create partition first. So we're going to use same command fdisk, and then the path what I showed you, dev SDC. It's gonna show you this kind of environment, welcome to fdisk. And if you wanna search for help, you can press M, and it's gonna show you all the commands available here. Okay, so first of all, we are going to create a partition. First, let me show you with the P. So it's gonna print you what we have here, and then to create a new drive, to create a new partition, we are going to press N. You can see here N to add a new partition. N, hit enter, and it's gonna ask me if it is primary or extended. So I'm gonna select primary for this one, and then it's gonna ask me for the partition number. Default is 1, so I'm gonna just hit enter, and then the first sector, hit enter, and then it's showing me the size. So as I want to create just one partition, so I'm gonna just hit enter. Otherwise you can type something like plus 50G with the capital D, so it will create a 50 GB drive. But I'm gonna keep this as it is because I'm just going to create one partition. So it says created a new partition, the size of 65 GB. So that was the size of our hard drive, let's say. And then again I'm gonna type P to see if the partition is created. So previously when I pressed P, it was just showing me this information. Now I can see we have this partition right here. Alright, so I'm gonna just quit from fdisk. Sorry, we have to save the information as well. So I'm gonna type W to save the information. So the partition table has been altered. So yeah, make sure you have to save the configuration, otherwise Linux system doesn't save it. Like in Windows, you just create a partition and it's already created, but here you need to save the changes. All right, so let's check again lsblk, and now we can see we have a drive and it's a partition. Sorry, you can see we have a partition. So here you can see it's showing the disk and the partition. Alright, so the next step is going to be we are going to set a file system. So for that, the command is mkfs, make file system, and then we are going to use ext4. Okay, and then dev sdc1. Alright, so let's check again lsblk space -f, and here you can see now we have the ext4 file system as well. So this is the time now we are going to create a directory what we are going to use to be mounted into this one. Alright, so now I'm going to create a directory where we are going to copy all the movies or whatever media you want to use. So for that, I'm going to type this command mkdir, and let's say movies, and I'm gonna hit enter, and then let's check if the folder is created. So yeah, you can see here this one right here, the folder is created with the name movies. Okay, so the next step is going to be we are going to mount a folder. Like here you can see as SDA2 is mounted as boot folder is mounted on SDA2, but here you can see there is no mount point. And as I hit enter, and let me show you, so you can see here the movies folder is mounted under SDC1. And here is a problem, so you guys need to watch complete a video to understand how we can permanently mount a folder. So if I reboot this machine, this mount point will be gone. So to mount this permanently, I have another solution what I'm gonna give you in this video as well. So you're going to edit fstab file. So I'm gonna use the nano editor, nano etc fstab. So you guys can see and write down this command. Also, I will put this command in the description of this video as well. And then you're going to hit enter. Okay, and then you're going to copy this line. I will paste this in the description of this video, or otherwise you can type that as well. So you need to type the path first, and then the next thing which is so you can see file system and then mount point. So we are going to say mount point is going to be movies. So I'm going to remove this one. I had this for example, and then with the next tab, you're going to mention the file system, which is ext4, and the next you're going to type defaults, and the next type 0, and next 0. So you have to use the tab keys. So you can see here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 entries. So these are the dumps and the pass. So if you guys want to know more about this, it's a complete topic to understand related to this, but for this video it's going to be very longer if I start explaining everything here. But you guys can just copy this these steps and put your folder name, and sorry, it's going to be SDC1, not just SDC, because we are going to use the partition, and then Control X and then Y to save. So here we already mounted this manually with the mount command, but if I reboot this, let me reboot this and show you. Reboot. All right, so let's go back to this. I'm not pausing this because I want to show you guys how it works. So I'm just gonna speed up the video. Okay, so the machine is back up. I'm just gonna restart this session. Okay, and then switch to root, lsblk, and here you can see I still have this movies mounted. So that's the way how you can create your partition, make the file system, and then mount a folder where you're gonna copy all of your movies. So for the guy who commented on my video, I can give you this tip that you can first copy or cut all the movies or whatever media you have to another drive, and then because you will have to format and create new partition related to the Linux file system. So if the file system is created using the Microsoft system, it will not support that. So you will have to create new partition and then create the file system accordingly, and then you can copy all the your media files, movies, songs, whatever you have to that folder which is mounted to your external hard drive. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you like the video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.